All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's begin. I'm using this little cushion to sit on today. Elevating hips. And any position you are comfortable to drop the hips, to open the hips, to drop the knees. So elevating the hips using a cushion or something to elevate and tilting the pelvis forward is always a good idea. And also helps to the spine. Otherwise, if we're like very tight, especially in this area, we tend to go like this and the spine runs forward. So shoulders up, back and down. Let's do a few shoulder rolls to loosen up the top of the spine, the shoulders joints, and let's bring the hands to the heart center. And guide the gaze towards the floor or close your eyes. Let's take a moment here. To notice the mind. To be aware of our own body. And to notice the breath, how the breath moves inward, inside of us, gently. With the palms together, close to our heart center, let's take that moment here to create an intention. The intention can be just for this specific time together. We can focus on this intention as we create it for the rest of the day or perhaps for the rest of the week. Slowly releasing the palms to your thighs, so to your knees, shoulders back and down. Let's take a moment to have this internal conversation with our own bodies. Just notice and feel the body. Perhaps we're feeling or noticing, experiencing some tightness in the joints, muscles. Perhaps we're feeling some tightness in our own hearts. Let's take this practice as a way to honor whichever the limitations of our bodies are presenting to us today. We'll take the time to slow down, to be aware, and to move mindfully and being grateful even to those limitations, because our body can be great teachers. Or take the time to stop, to reflect, to adapt, modify. As we connect breath, mind, body, and spirit in a very gentle way. Begin, please, to lengthen the breath. So from your regular breathing pattern, allow your breath to become deeper and fuller without compromising the quality. If you are familiar with Ujjayi breathing, this is a good moment to practice your Ujjayi breath. Let's try to keep in mind this way of breathing as we move through the rest of the session. Always linking the mind with the breath. As we slow down the breath, the mind will follow. And let's concentrate on that. And with your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Turn the palms up and then bring the arms overhead to reach through the fingertips and lower the hands to your heart center and lower the chin to your chest. Inhale, bring the hands up to the sky, open gently the throat and sweep the arms out and down towards the floor. Bring the shoulders forward, up, back and down. Inhale, arms out and up. Hands together, down to the heart center, Anjali Mudra, chin to your chest. Inhale, palms together, floating up to the sky as you open the throat, sweep the arms out, exhale towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale again, arms out and up, palms together, and lower the hands to the heart center and the chin to the chest. Stretch the back of your neck. Inhale, flow the hands up to the sky, gently open the throat, sweep the arms out and down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. One more time. Inhale, sweep. Look up and hands together down to the chest, chin to the heart. Inhale, flow the hands up, open, and exhale, arms out, down, chin to the chest, and bring the hands to the heart center and the neck comes to neutral position. With your next inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. And let's lower the right hand down towards the floor as you extend the left arm over to your left ear. Inhale, bring the arm up, lower the left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, reach through the left side, press to the right hip. Inhale, arm up and down. Gently mobilizing the spine, warming up the body. Inhale, and move as you exhale to the right. Inhale, back through center, hand down. Inhale, reach, press your hip and move the spine to the left. Inhale, up and down, one more time each side. Inhale, reach, relax your shoulders and elbows and reach as you extend the spine and the rib cage. Inhale, up and down. Last round, please. Inhale, arm up and reach to the left. And slowly back and release. Shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, arms overhead. Nice long spine. Twisting to the right with the movement. Look over to right shoulder, left hand to your right knee. And then undo the twist. Spine back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Nice long spine. Twisting to the right. Still warming up the body, moving the spine in all different planes. Inhale, back to center. Last round, going to the left. Look over to left shoulder. Inhale all the way up, reach. And exhale, lower the hands down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Bring the arms out to the side in T position. Hug yourself. and reach as you try to touch your shoulder blades with your fingertips, and then undo the crossing of the arms and spread the wings and move the shoulders back to stretch the pec muscles. And then hug yourself. And inhale to open and guide the shoulders on back. And exhale, hug yourself. One more round. Inhale to open and stretch. And as you hug yourself, flex the elbows and then slowly release the arms down and bring the hands behind you and do the crossing of the legs. Let's do some windshield wiper movement to mobilize the hips and the knees. Just moving from side to side. Gently mobilizing those hips and then back to center. Bring the sole of the feet together, but make sure you have some room between your pelvis and your heels. So not too close to your pelvis. Place your hands to your feet. Relax your elbows. Let's stretch the upper spine, middle back, and draw the chin to your chest to stretch your cervical spine as well. Relax your shoulders. Relax your inner thighs, your pelvic floor, your hips. Take a moment. And with every exhale, just try to go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Notice if you're holding tension the outside of the hips, try to soften. Nice deep breathing. And slowly lift the head, lift the chest, return back to neutral spine. Use your hands to gently guide the thighs and the knees together. Again, place the feet wider than the hips. Some windshield wiper movement again. Let's give some love to those hips today. And then from here, drop the legs to one side, and we're going to find our way to our tabletop position. So with tabletop position, remember to protect your knees. So I'm using this cushion because it's kind of not too thick, so I can do that. Otherwise, just make sure that you are stable. And place your wrist right under your shoulders and have your knees wide as your hips. And let's move the hips to the heels, just a few rounds first, back and forth. So it's a limited space where I'm teaching today, but we adapt. Windy outside, a little drizzly, even it's so beautiful, green and lush in El Valle de Antón, Panama. But today we're doing it from here. Now we're going to drop the hips to the heels, lower the elbows, and then lower the forehead towards the floor, towards a block. If you cannot reach the floor with your forehead, remember to find some kind of support. You can even make fist, a tower with your fist, but don't create tension in your neck and shoulders, please. Release and stretch your lower back. And then slowly, let's move to tabletop position. Remember to have that space, and let's rotate the hips to the right, to the heels, to the left, and slightly forward. When you're doing the movement, make sure that your arms are not stiff, so you have some mobility in your shoulders, your elbows, and just one more round going into this direction. And then reverse, go to the right, slightly forward, to the left, and towards the heels. And just a few more rounds like this. And then back to the neutral position, and let's move the hips again to Balasana, elbows down. Soften this forehead towards the floor. Feel the stretch, relax your shoulders. And then from here, let's move back to tabletop position. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and the knees under your hips. Let's extend the left leg back, tuck the toes under, So we're going to stretch the Achilles tendon and calf muscle. If you're hiking or biking, always, even if you are just gardening, it's a good thing to stretch the calf muscles and especially the Achilles tendon. So just work with that, breathing in and out. And then from here, lift the foot and then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and then slowly lower the left knee down. Now extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under, press through the right heel. Breathe through that. Stretch. And lift and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Right knee down and let's stay in the tabletop. Let's move the spine into Chakravakasana, the cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, belly inch into the chest. Inhale, open the chest, look forward. And round into the angry cat. Just a few more rounds at your own pace, mobilizing the spine from the cervical all the way down to the sacrum. And when you come into the cat, just notice how the rib cage opens up and you create room in between both shoulder blades. And then exhale, we're going to move the hips to the heels, child's pose balasana. This time, bring the arms down by your side, relax your shoulders and elbows towards the floor. Take a moment there. And then slowly come into kneeling position. Let's stretch iliopsoas. So step forward with your left foot. And then remember, not right knee right under your hip. Just move the right knee slightly back. So your pelvis and your hips are moving to the front of your mat. And place your hands to your left thigh, elbows by your rib cage, and lead with from the chest. So you are trying to separate the chest from your thigh to go and to get more opening on your right iliopsoas, your hip flexor. And lift the chin slightly up. Don't drop the head back. Too much pressure for your spine. Look forward and move gently as you exhale. And then slowly lower the hands down. Bring the left knee back under your left hip. And then right foot forward. Then move the left knee slightly back. Place your hands to your right thigh, one at a time. The pelvis and the hips are moving forward, elbows by your rib cage, and your chest is open. Work through your breath. And hands down. Right knee comes to meet your left knee. The hips are moving to your heels, elbows down, and relax your forehead towards the floor. Couple more breaths. And then from tabletop, let's lower the elbows right under the shoulders. Interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under. We're going to come into dolphin pose and knee and up. So we're moving this. It's going to be not just a static position. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips, heels towards the floor. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, knees down. Keep the toes tucked. Chin in. Inhale, straighten the legs, hips up, heels towards the floor. Exhale, knees towards the mat. Couple more rounds. Inhale, straighten the legs, hips up, heels towards the floor. Exhale, knees towards the mat. One last, please. Inhale, straighten and lift and tuck and just hold it there. Keep the crown of the head pointing towards the floor, and you're gently pressing through the heels to go again deeper into the stretch of your calf muscles, Achilles tendons, and the back of your knees. At the same time, it's a gentle, mild inversion. The head is below your heart, and you're working on strengthening the shoulders and your triceps. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, knees towards the floor, top of the feet flat, and move the hips to the heels. This time, bring the arms down by your side. Relax your shoulders, elbows towards the floor, and take a moment as you rest your neck, your shoulders, the upper spine. Lift the head, lift the chest, and like me, if you have a cushion or something, remove it from your mat. Let's come to table. From table, tuck the toes under and come into downward dog. Feet are wide as your hips, heels towards the floor, shoulders away from your ears. With your next inhale, your left leg goes back and up. Flex your left knee and then step forward or find your way to bring your left foot to the front and extend your left leg back into a high lunge. From here, with the toes tucked again, rock forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Lower the right knee back down towards the floor, and now with the top foot of the right foot flat, we're going to walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. Left knee over to your left ankle, hands or wrist under the shoulders, and you're sinking the pelvis towards the floor, and you're lifting from the top of your spine. Close your eyes and breathe as you try to soften your pelvic floor. We're going deeper into the hip flexor. Concentrate back into the breath as you invite a nice long deep breath. Have a little conversation with your body. Notice the limitations. See if you need to modify any of this. Nice, easy breathing. Keep your right hand down and then bring the left arm up and overhead and twist as you bring the left arm up to the sky, and the upper spine is kind of twisting to the left. Take a deep inhale. Left hand goes under the shoulder. Bring the left knee back and let's move into child's pose and feel the difference between right side and the left side. Take a deep breath. And moving to table. Tuck the toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Lift the hips, heels towards the floor, chin to your chest. Right leg goes back and up. Flex your right knee and step forward or find your way in a high lunge. Your right knee is over to your right ankle, left heel is off the mat, and rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Release the left knee down and then walk your right foot to the edge of the mat. Both wrists under the shoulders, and again move the pelvis and the hips down as you lift the chest. And you can close your eyes and enjoy the breath. Breathing through the stretch in the opening. And bring the right arm up and then twist slightly to the right as you point the ceiling with your fingertips of your right hand. Gently guide the right shoulder back. Take a deep inhale. Right hand goes down. Tap the toes under your back foot. Pick up the knee of the mat into high lunge. And the right foot is going to meet your left foot into downward dog. Find your way. Feet wide as your hips. Chin to your chest. Shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to lift the heels up and heels down. Pulse up and down, up and down. And then lower the knees towards the floor. Let's move to child's pose again. This time, bring the arms with you again. Relax your shoulders, elbows towards the floor, and then take a moment to child's pose. Stretch the spine and concentrate back on the breath. And lift the head, lift the chest. Let's drop the legs to one side. Moment. And let's come into seated position. So if you need to sit again on your blanket or your cushion like I'm doing now, we're going to work on our hips, opening our hips. So bring your left heel closer to your pelvis, and then with the right knee bent, grab your right foot and then holding from the bottom of the back of your foot and the knee. And we're going to crawl like a baby and rock the leg from side to side. Just work with this gently. And just you should feel the stretch happening, especially in the IT band. And we want that movement of the hip happening there. And then from here, we're going to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. And then slowly release it down. And just take a moment as we transition into the opposite leg. So holding from the back of your foot with the other arm, we're going to cradle this baby, rocking left to right. Just find the range of motion as you can. I mean, all according to your hips possibilities there. I find it very yummy. And then we're going to rock back and forth. And this is where I can feel more that IT band stretch. And then slowly release. And this time, let's do some windshield wiper with the feet wider again than the hips. Hands behind you for support, and let's mobilize the hips. Making all the way back through center. Let's bring the sole of feet together. This time, let's drag the heels closer to the pelvis. Again, listen to your body, palms to your feet, flexing the elbows, and then slowly release the crown of the head towards the floor. Take a moment. And gently lift the head, lift the chest, and let's bring the right foot out as we place the left foot on the inner part of your right leg. So you're pressing through the back of your right leg, left knee is bent. Place your right hand below your knee, and then let's have left arm into T position, then twisting gently to the left. Find that opening on the left side of the torso, on the front of your left shoulder. Take a few rounds of breath there. And then from here, flex the right elbow, reach the left arm over to your left ear, and move the spine towards the right thigh. Take a deep inhale, and then rotate the chin towards your right shoulder as you keep guiding the left elbow up and back. Gently notice as you press through the back line of your right leg. Take a deep inhale, reach with the arm up and return back through center. Now let's rotate the shoulders over to your right thigh. Place your right hands, both hands either side of your right leg. Flex your elbows and melt the chest towards your right thigh, chin to your chest. Slowly lift the head, lift the chest, and let's all return back to center. Okay, now right foot comes in, left leg goes out. Press through the back line of your left leg. Place your left hand below your knees and the right arm goes out and slightly back into a gentle twist. Look over to right shoulder. And then from here, flex the left elbow and sweep the right arm over to right ear. And then rotate the chin to your left shoulder and gently guide the right elbow back. You want to find that opening, the front side, on the right side of the chest, and opening those muscles in between the rib cage. Try to keep both hips even towards the floor. Don't hold the breath, please. Use your breath to go deeper into the opening and the stretch. And inhale, return back to center, release the arm down, rotate the chest over to your left side, and then with the hands below your knees, flex the elbows and release the chest to the left arm. Slowly lift the head, lift the chest, return back to center. And then again, flex both knees. Let's do some windshield wiper to mobilize the hips after holding in position. Just move a little bit. Okay, Paschimottanasana, still working on stretching the hips. Now the right leg goes forward, left knee flex, and left foot is touching the inner thigh of your right leg. So we're going to work on, I have to adjust myself, so I'm still on my screen. So press through the back line of your right leg and bring the arms overhead. When we will fall forward, we're going to lengthen the spine. Imagine you have two ropes reaching and pulling from your wrist. Find the space, chin to your chest, and then slowly reach, and then lower the hands, maybe to your foot, maybe to the shins, maybe towards the floor. Just make sure your shoulders are backing down. Concentrate on the breathing. This is an asymmetrical stretch of the spine, but at the same time working on our left hip. Now, keep the arms forward, keep the chin in, engage the core, and with the inhale, we bring the arms and the spine up, and then slowly down towards the floor, shoulders up, back, and down. Now, guide the left knee up, cross it, the left foot over to your right leg, hug your left knee with your right arm. The left arm goes up, and then rotate it and lower behind you. Keep the spine long, look over to left shoulder, holding position. Keep pressing through the back line of your right leg and activate those back muscles so your spine is very upright. And rotate the head back to center. Let's twist to the right. So your left hand goes down to your left foot, right hand behind you again. Lift the chest, rotate, look over to right shoulder. And the head comes back to center and do the twist. Grab your left foot, let's straighten your left leg forward and up. Hold in position. And then slowly lower in control your left foot down. Now flex your right knee. Cross it over to, let's place the right foot in the inner thigh of your left leg. Inhale, arms overhead, Paschimottanasana. Press through the back of your left leg, chin in, nice long spine. Exhale, and you release the chest towards your left thigh. Relax your neck. Make sure your shoulders are not up to your ears, but back and down. Engage the core, reach with the fingertips and bring the spine with the inhale up and then slowly down to the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Guide the right knee up, cross it over to your left leg, hug your right knee with your left arm, and then reach with the right arm to gently lower the right hand behind you, twist from the waist up, look over to your right shoulder. Spine, make sure is engaged and straight. Head back through center and do the twist and twist to the opposite side. Right hand to your right foot, left hand behind you, look over to left shoulder. Take a deep inhale, return the head back to center, grab your right foot, extend it forward and up, stretch the back line of your right leg. And flex the right knee, flex the left knee, bring the feet together, open the knees out, and then right leg goes out, and then the left leg goes into the opposite direction. Remember, you are sitting on the edge of your cushion, your pillow, or your blanket, and we're going to gently just move the chest slightly forward. We don't have to go too deep here. Use a deep exhale. And slowly lift the head, lift the chest. Bend the knees, bring your sole of the feet together. Let's work into our balanced pose from seated position. So grab your big toes with your peace fingers, shoulders back and down, lean slightly back, feet off the mat and hold it there. If you like, you can bring the legs out to the side and work and balance there, a little more challenge with the legs straight, but keep the spine right, straight. Don't bring the shoulders to your ears, shoulders back and down, lift from the chest. Concentrate on the breath and your balance. And if you have your legs straight, bend the knees, bring the sole of the feet together, and let's all lower the feet down. Again, let's do some windshield wiper. Let's mobilize the hips before going down into our backs. And dropping the legs, let's come to the front. The same pillow, cushion, or blanket, we're going to use it to support our heads or our necks if we need to. And we're going to gently going down towards the floor. Hands to your knees, straighten the elbows, engage the core, and gently release the head down towards the mat. Take a moment here with the feet wide as your hips. Place the hands to your belly. And just breathe. From here, let's place the hands down by your side, perhaps touching the heels with your fingertips. Chin to the chest, and let's going to move to Vipadapitam, bridge pose or desk pose. Picking up the pelvis, lower back and upper back into bridge, and then bring the thighs in and open. Knees in, exhale, open. Inhale, close and open. And just keep moving, opening and close, and lifting through the pelvis and the hips. Just other movement here for the hip joints at the same time, strengthening those back muscles, opening the chest. Couple more rounds. And then gently, the upper, middle back, lower back goes down towards the floor. Let's come into Apanasana to release lower back. Hands to your knees, flex the elbows, thighs into the chest and away. Into the chest and away. And then lower the right foot down, cross the left leg over to your right leg. And let's reach with those hands to hold from the shin of your right leg and just into the chest. A gentle stretch again here of the hips. Close your eyes and breathe. Then lower the right foot down. Let's have a happy baby. Flex your left knee, guide the thigh outside of your left rib cage and holding as you stretch. Just make sure both hips are even and flat on the mat. And left foot goes down. Now fully cross the right leg over to left. It's not a figure four, okay? Your right hamstring is touching the top of your left thigh. With both hands holding from the left shin. Lower the left foot down, half happy baby. Grab the outside of your right foot and breathe through this. And lower the right foot down. Both feet are wide as your hips. Let's come to a gentle bridge to align your spine. Bring the arms into cactus arms with the elbows high as your shoulders, palms facing up. Walk the feet wide as your mat and then drop the legs to the left into a gentle twist as you move the chin towards your right shoulder. Both legs back through center, twisting to the opposite side. The chin goes towards your left shoulder. Back to center, walk the feet under the knees, bring the legs up to the sky and point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Separate the legs so you can rotate the ankles in one direction, opposite direction. Flex the knee, lower the feet together, and let's bring the knees out and the hands to the belly in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Close your eyes, soften the hips, glutes, inner thighs, pelvic floor, and of course the chest as you just let go with a nice, easy, long breath. Try to breathe down the belly. Slowly, the thighs and the knees are coming together, and then walk your feet to the edge of your mat. So thighs, knees in, feet out. Concentrate again, barely breathing. Separate the knees, a little bit of windshield wiper, move the hands from your belly, mobilize your hips and legs again, and the head gently moving into the opposite direction. Slowing down, gently finding our way to our final pose, which is Shavasana. So now have your legs straight to both corners of the mat, turn the feet out, and the arms are away from the body with the palms facing up. And we are now in your Shavasana pose. Just adapt, modify any position so when you can really rest. Maybe you can place the cushion or the pillow under your knees. It's time of letting go, surrendering. With eyes closed, take 3 deep breaths. And then bring the attention to your toes, sole of your feet, arches, heel, top of your feet and ankles. And from your ankles down to the sole of the feet, allow your body to relax and release. Guide the attention now to the shins, calf muscles, and both knees, the front and the back. And from the top of your knees down to the sole of the feet, allow your body to relax and release. Soften the thighs, hamstrings, glutes, pelvic floor, pelvis and both hips. And from the top of both hips down to the sole of the feet, allow your body to sink down towards the mat. Your attention is going now to the lower abdomen, to the internal organs, to the lower back muscles, and to the muscles connecting with the spine, all the way up, muscles in between the rib cage, muscle of your chest, softening the heart and free the scapula and the back. And from the top of your collarbones all the way down to the sole of your feet, the front and back of the body, inch by inch, is sinking down to the floor. Allow your shoulders, front and back, to soften towards the mat. Relax your upper arms, elbows, forearms, the wrists, palms, top of the hands, and every single finger. And from the top of the shoulders all the way down to the sole of the feet, allow your body to soften, to surrender. Guide your attention now to your throat, your back muscles, and the muscles connecting with the base of the skull. Relax your jaw, the chin, the lips and upper lip. Allow your tongue to release down to the base of your mouth. Feel the inner walls of your mouth, soften the teeth. Relax your cheekbones, nose, temples, and both ears. Allow the eye sockets to sink, the eyes balls to sink down to your eye sockets. Soften your eyelids, eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, your forehead and your crown chakra. And from the crown chakra all the way down to the sole of the feet, you are letting go and surrendering to a deep rest. Please deepen your breath. Gently rock your head, wiggle your toes and your fingers. And reaching from the fingertips and the toes, take a deep inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, hug yourself, roll over to one side, please. And the head comes last. Slowly, gently, please meet me as we sit together with the spine lifted, eyes closed. And as we breathe in and out, take the time to be aware of your body, any changes in your body. Take the time to notice the mind. Notice any changes within the mind. Let's take the time here all together to reconnect with our intentions. Let's do our best to keep that intention in mind, especially if the intention was created to join us throughout the rest of the week. Be mindful, be present. Keep honoring your body. Keep honoring your mind. Be grateful of the changes, special inner changes we can all create. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You'll have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to cultivate. You'll have peaceful, loving, sweet words to offer. And may our actions always be inspired by love, compassion, peace, and sweetness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I thank you all very much for being here today, practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just a quick announcement. Thursday, I'll be not able to teach because I'll be flying back home. So Friday morning, I'll send an email. Friday morning, I'm going to be teaching Thursday morning instead of Thursday on Friday morning, 8 a.m. But I'll send an email so to remind everybody. Till then, please stay safe, stay happy, and just take care of yourself. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.